What's up, you guys? It's been a long time. It's been what, 3 weeks? Probably longer than that. But yes, I'm super excited to be back on here with you guys to give you some more information on how to heal your gut and things to 5 things rather. We're gonna go over 5 things you need to say deuces to. You gotta chuck it up the deuces, chuck it up, say bye to. Cause in this day of lifetime, we like big babies. Like we know we need to get rid of certain things if we want certain different results. And I hear this statement all the time. It's like everybody always say this line saying you are insane because you keep doing the same thing and expecting different results. It's true. It's true. We definitely do the same thing all the time, knowing that, hey, if I eat this, this is going to throw me off of my diet that I've been working so hard on. I've been working really, really hard to drop these 20 or 30 pounds, and this cake can damage my whole entire progress. But I want this cake right now, so I'm just gonna have this cake right now, and I'll suffer the consequences later. And when we get to that point to where we have to look back and like, dang, if I didn't have that cake, I probably would have lost 6 pounds, but I only lost one. So we have to be mindful of those type of things. Okay. So 5 things that you need to get rid of, and we're gonna get right into it. So me, when I was on my journey of healing myself from IBS, I was diagnosed with IBS back in 2014. And 2018, I gave it up. I was like, you know what? I'm going to say deuces to a lot of things because I can't constantly keep going to these doctors. I'm tired of these doctors keep telling me the same thing. I'm tired of the colonoscopies and them not knowing what is going on with me. But they did tell me before I left, the doctors like, hey, by the way, you got IBS. And it's like, what is that? At that time, it wasn't really a lot of people, but I noticed after my diagnosis that it was a lot of people coming forward and saying like, "Hey, I got IBS too," and then that's when all this information started to come out, and all articles and just just a bunch of information on something that everybody keeps saying that they have, but it's invisible. It's like they don't know where it's coming from. So after many, many colonoscopies, and it's just like I don't know where you bleeding from. It's like ain't nothing's bleeding on you. We just don't know. So it's like okay, so I'm done wasting my time. So what I did was I started to eliminate things that I know, and me doing my research told me to. So when I started to eliminate things, I started to feel better and better and better. So the one thing that I got rid of, number one, was alcohol. I know y'all yes, it makes sense because alcohol. If you do your research on alcohol, is have um it have this chemical that's in there that makes you thirsty, that dries you out. So if it dries you out, it's doing something to your stomach. So it's drying your stomach out. So it's like irritating your stomach and making your symptoms worse. If you have IBS, or if you have IBS, now they add other letters like IBS gives you constipation. IBS gives you diarrhea. So why is y'all adding these new names? So they like, oh, I got IBS-C. You have IBS-C last year. Now you got IBS-D. It's all correlate. It's all the same thing. Your stomach is just jacked up. You know what I'm saying? So I had to get rid of alcohol. And I used to love me some beer. Now I just sip on a little wine because I can now because I healed myself. I stayed away. I did what I needed to do to heal myself first, and then I started to add things that I used to like, but in moderation. So, but I don't eat junk food anymore or chips or anything like that anymore, which I'll get in there. I'm up here ahead of myself. Okay, y'all tell me to slow down. I need to slow down. Okay. So, yeah. So, number one, get rid of the alcohol. It's just for the time being. You need to just figure out what's going wrong with your body. Okay. And it's it's hard. It's harder. It's better than said than done. I understand that. But we are grown here. We know what we need to do. And we just need to do it. Okay. So, number two, cigarettes. I know. I know I don't look like I smoke. I don't look like I smoked a day in my life. Yes, I did. I used to puff, puff, puff. And if I have any of my family members on here, they can tell you in the comment section that I puffed and I puffed till I couldn't puff anymore. Okay. I will have a cigarette morning, noon, and night, and all between the minutes. I was a religious smoker. Oh, and I smoked all types of brands. I can't sit here and be like, I smoked Newports the whole entire time. Now I smoked all types of packs of cigarettes. Okay, so I knew that was a problem for me, and I knew that I needed to stop. So I quit. And it's going on 7 years since I've been quit, and it's been wonderful, and it's amazing. But as I was doing research, I noticed that the cigarettes and the chemicals is I forgot how many. I think it's 10,000 chemicals that are in cigarettes, but don't don't um don't mark me on that. Okay, don't you know? It's either 10,000 or 5,000, but I know it's a lot of chemicals. I wouldn't care if it was 10 chemicals. It's still a lot of chemicals. Like, what are y'all doing to these cigarettes? But anyway, that's why they're so addictive. Okay? That is why they're so addictive. And that is why it's hard to stop, you know? But thank God he delivered me. And if you are on here and you are a smoker, he can deliver you too, okay? And there's many programs out there. It's so much health out there to get you started and to get you quit, okay? So, yes, get rid of those cigarettes. Those cigarettes is definitely stopping you from healing, stopping you. It puts so much stress on your stomach, and it causes all types of problems. I went through so much problems when I quit. It was like anxiety came in. Anxiety came in, and I remember having my anxiety attacks. When I was having those, I can remember I was trying to stop smoking. And when I tried to stop smoking, here comes the anxiety attack. So that furthermore lets you know that you need to quit. Okay. And it's 2021, you guys. We need to be all about our health. Okay. Our children need us. All right. Okay. So number three is stress. Stress. You need to get control of your life. Okay. Yes, alcohol takes away stress for a little bit. The cigarettes take away the stress for a little bit, but guess what? You're gonna be back drinking and back smoking and causing extra stress. When you already got your family, your kids, you got your job, you got bills, you got all these type of things, and also you got your health. You know, your health is your main concern, and that's what causes stress too, because you're not knowing what's going on with your body. That was like one of my big stresses. I always stressed about how much damage did I do to my body. I don't know about y'all. Leave me a comment below in the comment section and let me know, does stress bother you of you stressing about your health? Like, does that bother you? Like it definitely bothered me and it made me more sick and it made me more paranoid. I always talk, I always tell my clients that I used to be the Google queen. Like I used to Google my symptoms and I used to scare the hell out of myself every time I went. And, every time I went, and or if I felt something, like me and my husband, we'll go out back then, we'll go to a movie and I'll just have an anxiety attack being in the dark, I guess, and a lot of people around me, and I just had an anxiety attack, and I'm like, oh my God. So I would leave, go in the bathroom, got my phone, and start like shortness of breath. They like, oh, you could be, and then get this. This is what throws you into a panic attack. After you Google a symptom, it be the worst thing ever. It's like you having a heart attack, or you got my back aching, or you could have colon cancer. I have side cramps. You having your ovaries ruptured. It's like the worst thing ever. So I wouldn't advise anybody to self-diagnose. Don't diagnose yourself. You better off wasting gas going to the doctor and so they can check you out for real. Okay? So no more of you doing that, all right? So that's what stress does. Stress make you do those type of things. So you definitely want to start eliminating things that will cause you to stress, all right? So that's number 3. Number 4 is bad foods. Yes, bad foods. This can help you in healing your gut, okay? Can help you. It helped me. All right? I had to get rid of bad food. After I done stopped smoking, another addiction came, which was food. I put on 50 pounds, 50, 60, almost 50 pounds. And I lost half of that, and I'm on my way to losing the rest of it. But yes, food became an addiction to me, and I gained a lot of weight. And I can blame it on the cigarettes. Like, yeah, I stopped smoking cigarettes. I also stopped drinking. And that exactly what family members were saying, Google was saying, that, oh, you're going to put on some weight? But damn, I didn't know this much weight. But, I wasn't thinking like, man, well, I'm going to keep smoking or I'm going to keep drinking too. I want to stay thin. I didn't want to be, I didn't want to stay in that type of, in that mindset anyway. That's not a good mindset to have. Like, I'm just going to keep smoking my cigarettes so I can stay thin. And it's people out there that actually think like that. And that's totally bad. That's totally bad. You're going to end up leaving your kids and leaving your family at a young age. And that's just the truth. So bad foods, I became addicted and I had to go through the motion. I had many of mistakes of, like setting goals and not keeping them. Like my consistency was so off. Like it was like nothing. It's like you have so much stuff going on and you trying to quit this and you trying to quit that and you trying to quit this. It's just like you just like it seemed like you all over the place, but you only focusing on one thing, and that's your health. So yes, it's many sections of you trying to figure things out, but sooner or later, it's all together. And now that I'm at a place where I'm peaceful, I'm at a place where I control everything. I control my mindset. Nothing gets under my skin anymore. I don't have negativity around me. I'm very consistent with my diet. I'm very consistent with my workouts. I'm consistent in my work, my business. So things are looking better and it gets better. It gets a lot better. So these are the things that I had to get rid of. I definitely had to get rid of. Okay. And my last, but not least, negative self talk. And I know y'all looking at me like negative self talk, everybody do that. And You don't even look like you negative self-talk. You don't look like you do none of that, girl. I did in the past. I was so negative. I was so positive to everybody else, like giving advice and stuff like that. I was very um, good at that. But when it came to myself, I just had so much negative stuff that I used to just like beat myself up so much, you know? And it stems from the alcohol I had. It stems from the life I had, you know, the type of surroundings I had around me. You know, I had semi positive things. It's like things that I could distract, extract, extract from. And it's certain things that I took more of, you know, I took more of the bad than the good. Okay, so that's exactly what happened. So I negative self talk myself to where I didn't even want to be in this world no more. I'm like, it's just like it ain't nothing better than this. And that was negative self talk, and I kept feeding myself these stories over and over and over again until I got with a person that told me otherwise. Until I started to seek a better solution than alcohol, than cigarettes. Something permanent, like spiritual, like God. You know? That's one thing that you cannot go wrong in is giving your life to God and letting him figure things out and stop you doing things on your own. Stop letting yourself dig yourself more deeper and let God do his thing, you know? So, you guys, that is it for today. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. And if you guys want any help, any information, if you want any help or any information on how you can heal yourself from your autoimmune disease, I don't care what it is, let's get on a call and let's see if we work well together. And I will link that in the comments, and or you can DM me and or PM me, private message me, and we can get you started tomorrow. Okay? So peace.